Coach King here, guys. So now what we're going to go over is plyometrics. So kind of like one of my favorite things to teach young athletes is the ability to jump, okay, and to jump properly. So what I'm going to do is expose you to a couple of drills, all right, some variations of some drills that you're going to see in the varsity speed and also college prep class. That's going to help you while you're training, okay, while you're coaching. Okay, so the first thing with plyometrics, with anything else we talked about, especially with our deceleration, is the ability to stop, to absorb the landing. So force absorption is going to be the key. And a great drill I like to do with my athletes is a hop and stick drill. Okay, it's kind of a precursor to jumping I do with my athletes. So hop and stick, very simple. You're going to be on the left foot, and all you're going to do is basically hop and then stick the landing. Okay, hop and stick the landing. So a couple of things we're looking for. One, can the athlete absorb the jump via the hip, at the hip, and not the knee? Okay, so how you do that is you kind of lower yourself. Okay? A lot of times you'll see young athletes, they'll try to absorb it with the knee, so they're stiff-legged. Okay, and what happens, all that joint forces go to the knee, not good for the joint itself. The hip is a much bigger area of absorb, and it's muscle, so it's naturally better to absorb it in that area as opposed to a joint. So you want to have force absorption done at the hip and the knee. Second thing, chest nice and tall. That's going to help maintain your balance and the abs engaged. Okay, so those three things are the key. Hips here, chest up, and then abs are tight. Okay, you're looking for a balance in that situation. If they're jumping all over the place, chances are their trunk is not being fired. Okay, so really tell them to really turn on their abs by drawing their belly button. Okay, so we would do that, obviously, both sides, left foot, right foot. Okay. Once they get proficient at that, okay, and when they do that initially, you don't want to have them be concerned about how high they jump. Remember, it's about stabilization. So just a little hop. As they get better at it, then you can increase the magnitudes. They have to jump higher. Okay, so that's kind of progression off of that. Start basic, and then as they get more advanced, increase the height with that. Okay, and then same thing, horizontal. You know, that horizontal component to it. So I'll jump forward. And once again, stick in the landing. Now I'll do it on the right side to be balanced. Stick the landing. Okay, they're good at that. You just jump further out. That's kind of the thing, and also you can do it laterally too. Okay, so once again, you'll see skater plyos, the same thing. Start out small, and then once again, as they get more efficient at it, they can jump further out. Okay, so once we establish that, okay, that's one thing we do. We'll do a lot with our warm-ups. Okay, and kind of implement kind of a pre-plyo training. Okay, once that's been established, now we're going to go with just a regular jump. Okay, this is our foundation. Okay, 2-footed jump. Once again, here, starting, knee bend, up, soft landing. Okay, we're not concerned about the height, we're just concerned about the form, the absorption in the hip, chest up. Alright, now once they get comfortable with that, to make that more challenging, besides jumping higher, okay, we want to add an elastic component to it. So now it becomes reactive. So now instead of one jump, can they do the same thing multiple times? Okay, so the key here now is being able to reposition, absorb the landing, okay, and use it to reduce force again. So it's that stretch shortening cycle, stretching out the muscle, and then shortening, stretching out, shortening. So they have that mechanism in there. Can they be efficient at that? Okay, so there's that multiple response. Now, once again, we can transition into the broad jumps. All right, so once again, single response, jump out. Okay, once again, not concerned about the height or the distance in this case. All right, you can challenge as they get better at that, go further out. As they get more comfortable, then go multiple jumps. So 1, 2, they have to react to the ground with that as well. Okay, so there you go. Got the vertical jumps, horizontal jumps, single response, multiple responses. Okay. Another thing that we have done, and I've done recently here that I've implemented, is kneeling jumps. All right. So I call these hip hoppers. There's different names for them. Okay. With this, it teaches us, the client, the athlete, to use the abs to fire and also the hips to really get up. So all you're going to have your client do is come down, come up, and then have their feet come underneath them and stick the landing. All right. Once again, same thing. All right. Come up and then drive up, just like that. Okay. So like I said, a lot of trunk is involved with that. Arm action, be able to be strong enough in that region to be able to come up. Okay. From that, you can do different variations of it. Okay, so once it kind of, like I said, I use it as a warm-up, and then when we get into our plyometric / jump training, you can do variation of it. So I can come up from kneeling into a vertical, okay? Or I can go the same thing, start kneeling, come up into a broad jump, horizontal jump. Okay, so once again, that's just another variation that you can do with your athletes to change up the drill with that. Okay, a couple other things, rotational jumps. All right, I use rotational jumps because it works on spatial awareness and also works on core activation, core strength. So a rotational jump would be simple. Okay, 90 degrees. So I'm facing straight. I rotate to the right. So I jump in the air, stick the landing, come back, rotate to the left. All right. Then you get really good, really advanced, and go 180s. So I start facing this direction, and then when I land, I'm going to be opposite. So I jump, turn here, jump back, and then stick the landing just like that. Okay. Rotational jumps, something that you'll do. So there's all kinds of different ways or different things you'll see. And this is kind of just the basis of what you'll be exposed to. Obviously, there's more progressions off of that. Given the space, we'll do box jumps and depth jumps. But right now, what I just wanted to focus on with you and expose you guys is just the kind of the basis of what to look for. Okay, so kind of review it once again. Absorption at the hip, not the knee. Chest up, and then we're nice and balanced. Okay, whether you're on 1 foot or 2 feet, that's going to be the key. Okay, so take those things, look at this, kind of hone that in. If you have any questions, obviously, come back to me, but that's kind of our basis. So when you're out there, you know, we're doing these drills, you kind of know what to look for and how to correct them and cue them in a proper way that's going to make them efficient. All right, that's it for our plyos kind of one-on-one. I'm Jeff King, and I'm out.